Take a slow breath in and let it out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Tonight, we will listen to a gentle story from the book of Genesis. The story of Noah. A story of being carried through deep waters and brought to dry ground. You do not have to imagine every detail. Just let the words move slowly and safely through your mind. In Genesis, we hear of a time when many hearts were restless and harsh. The earth felt loud with violence and sorrow. And God saw it clearly. Not with surprise, but with steady truth. In that same world, there was a man named Noah. Noah walked with God. And Noah found favor. God spoke to Noah about what was coming. A flood that would cover the land. And God also spoke about a way through. A shelter. Noah listened. He received the word. And he kept walking, one step at a time. God sees what is real. God makes a way to carry life. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. In that loud world, Noah kept a different rhythm. Genesis says he walked with God. Not as a performance, but as a steady companionship. Picture Noah in ordinary days. Waking to the morning air. Doing the work that needed doing. Speaking with his family. And returning, again and again, to the quiet presence of God. When God spoke to Noah, it was not chaos. It was clear instruction. A warning, and also a rescue. Noah received it without rushing ahead. He began with what was in front of him. The next faithful step. Maybe he walked the land and chose where the ark would stand. Maybe he counted days and gathered tools. Maybe he explained, softly, to those closest to him. We are going to build what God has asked for. Noah's obedience was not loud. It was consistent. Noah walked with God. God gives guidance one step at a time. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. God told Noah to build an ark. Not a small boat, but a large wooden shelter. A place to hold his family, and to hold living creatures. God gave clear instructions. Room by room. Measurements and beams. A door in the side. A covering over the wood, so the water would stay outside. Then God spoke a promise to Noah. A covenant. A word of preservation. A way of being kept. And Noah did what God asked. Day after day. Quiet obedience. Noah built, one piece at a time. God is patient and steady. You do not have to rush to be held. You can rest. As the ark rose, it would have taken time. Not a single day of work, but many ordinary days. Boards shaped and set into place. Measurements checked, and checked again. Imagine the sound of tools, the steady strike, and the scrape of wood, the patient building of rooms within the ark. Spaces for rest, spaces for food, spaces for living creatures to be kept safe. Genesis speaks of covering the ark with pitch, a simple, practical ceiling, so the waters would stay outside and life would stay within. Noah and his family would have gathered supplies, grain and dried food, water stored carefully, simple provisions for long days. None of it was dramatic. It was steady preparation. A shelter is built by small faithful actions. God is not hurried in His care. You can do less than you think and still be held. You can rest. Genesis even mentions a window near the top of the ark, a simple opening for light and air. A reminder that shelter does not mean darkness. It also speaks of levels within the ark. Space above and space below. A structure made for a long journey. Noah would have walked up and down those levels, checking the rooms as they were finished, feeling the strength of the beams beneath his feet, listening to the quiet before the rain ever came. Building like this is slow work. It asks for patience and attention, a kind of calm focus, repeated day after day. And in the middle of all those details, there was a single steady idea. God was providing a place to be kept safe. Light was made for the ark. God cares about the small details of shelter. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. When the time came, God told Noah to enter the ark. Noah went in with his wife, with his sons, and their wives. Together. And animals came too. Pairs, as God directed. Not hurried. As if they were being guided. Then the rain began. And the Lord shut them in. The door was closed, and the shelter was sure. Inside the ark, there was wood and breath, family and creatures, a small world of keeping. The door closed, and the ark held. God can keep what He calls safe. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. After the door was shut, there were first moments of quiet inside the ark. Breathing. Listening. The sense of being enclosed and kept. The animals settled into their spaces. Hooves and paws shifting on wood. Soft sounds of life, close and ordinary. Then the rain continued. At first it might have sounded like a steady tapping. Then louder, like a constant curtain of water. Still, the ark remained a shelter. Noah would have moved through the rooms, checking what needed checking, offering food, speaking gently to his family. We are here, together. There is a kind of peace in being shut in by God. Not trapped, but protected. The rain can fall, and you can still be held. God can keep you in the middle of what is heavy. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. The rain fell for many days. The waters rose, and the ark lifted from the ground. Gently. Outside, everything changed. But inside, there was shelter. Wood around them. Air to breathe. Small tasks, and steady rhythms. The ark floated on the great waters. And the days went on. Not fast, just steady. Noah could not see the end yet. But he was carried, even so. The waters rose, and the ark stayed afloat. God can hold you through what you cannot control. Even in waiting, you are not alone. You can rest. The days inside the ark would have formed a simple pattern. Morning and evening, and the space between. Feeding the animals. Cleaning and carrying water. Speaking with quiet voices. Outside, there was only water. But inside, there was routine. And routine can be a kindness. Genesis does not give us every detail. It simply lets us know they waited. Carried through a long stretch of time. Think of the ark moving gently on the water. A slow rocking, like a cradle. The steady creak of wood. The sound of rain fading, little by little. Waiting can feel like nothing is happening. But waiting is often where God is working, quietly. God can give you a rhythm when life feels uncertain. God can hold you in simple routines and small breaths. Even in the middle of waiting, you are safe. You can rest. After the first rise of the waters, there was the long drift. Day after day of the same horizon. Water and sky, and the steady movement beneath the ark. Time can feel strange when you are carried and cannot steer. Not much to do, but keep living. Keep breathing. Keep caring for what is in front of you. Noah and his family would have learned the sound of the ark. The gentle creaks, the shifting weight, the quiet settling at night. They would have marked mornings and evenings in simple ways. A small meal. A shared word. A moment of silence. And when the mind starts to ask, how long will this be? The story keeps answering with the same steady truth. You are being carried. The days passed, and the ark kept floating. God's care can be quiet, and still complete. Even when you cannot see the end, you are safe. You can rest. Then Genesis gives us a simple line. God remembered Noah. Not because he had forgotten, but because he was turning the story toward mercy. A wind blew over the earth. And slowly, the waters began to go down. The ark came to rest on mountains. Still, there was waiting. Noah opened a window. He sent out a bird. And later, a dove. First, the dove came back. Then it returned with an olive leaf, a small sign of dry ground. Noah waited again, and in time the dove did not return. God remembered Noah. God brings waters down, little by little. God remembers you, in your quiet. You can rest. After the signs of new life, there was still a gentle kind of waiting. The ark had rested. The waters had begun to withdraw. And yet Noah did not rush out. Genesis shows Noah listening for God's timing. Not forcing a door open, but waiting for the word. Noah may have pulled back the covering and looked out. The air different now. A scent of earth returning. The light on the water calmer than before. Day by day, the ground dried. And the ark, once a moving shelter, became a resting place. Sometimes the safest thing is not to hurry toward the next thing. Sometimes the safest thing is to wait until God says, now. God leads with patience. God opens the next step at the right time. You do not have to push your way into tomorrow. You can rest. At last, the ground was dry. God told Noah to come out of the ark. Noah and his family stepped into open air. And the living creatures went out too. The long season of floating was over. Now there was land beneath their feet. Noah built an altar and worshipped. And God spoke again. A promise that the flood would not be the pattern forever. That seasons would continue. That the earth would have its rhythms. And God set a sign in the sky. A rainbow. A gentle reminder of His promise. Dry ground returned, and life began again. God keeps His promises. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. Let's slow down now. The story has been told. No new scenes are needed. God saw. God spoke. God made a way. The ark was a shelter. A place of keeping. God remembered Noah. And God keeps His promises. You are safe in God's care. You do not have to hold everything together. You can let the night hold you. God is steady. You are safe in God's care. God remembered Noah. God remembers you. God brought the waters down. God brings your thoughts down, little by little. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. Nothing new is required from you. No proving. No striving. Just breathing. Just quiet. You are safe in God's care. You can rest. And now, let there be a longer space. God remembers you. God keeps His promise. You are safe in God's care. You are carried. The storm has passed. You can rest. God remembers you. God keeps His promise. You are safe in God's care. You are carried. The storm has passed. You can rest. God remembers you. God keeps His promise. You are safe in God's care. You are carried. The storm has passed. You can rest. God remembers you. God keeps His promise. You are safe in God's care. You are carried. The storm has passed. You can rest. God remembers you. God keeps His promise. You are safe in God's care. You are carried. The storm has passed. You can rest. God remembers you. God keeps His promise. You are safe in God's care. You are carried. The storm has passed. You can rest. God remembers you. God keeps His promise. You are safe in God's care. You are carried. The storm has passed. You can rest.